Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Gamer890, back again with another video. So, last time we covered the Xbox 360, aka Xbox 2. So now it makes sense to move on to Xbox 3. And by 3, I mean Xbox One. Yeah, Microsoft and their naming. It's always been crazy and just keeps us guessing. But one thing that doesn't keep me guessing is just how awesome the new console is going to be. I've owned all the Xboxes thus far, and I have enjoyed them immensely. So I originally bought an Xbox One, just the base original model, and enjoyed the heck out of that. But then Microsoft made a very smart move when they came out with the One S. They made it able to play 4K Blu-rays and also output in HDR and all that goodness. And it was only $300 as opposed to the $400 and $500 Blu-ray players that could play 4K. And I had just bought a 4K TV, so I was wanting to get the most out of it. And so I sold the original Xbox One and bought the One S, enjoyed that. And then when they came out with the One X, I couldn't help myself, bought that, and then sold the One S. So yes, I am a sucker that I have upgraded every time, but it's been worth it, and I've definitely enjoyed it. And we got lots of games, so let's get to it. So starting us off, we got Shape Up. My friend bought this for me as a joke, basically. It was $2 on the marketplace, and so he went and bought it and gave it to me. Definitely one of my hidden gems. All right, and then we got Rory McIlroy, PGA Tour, which actually was not available digitally for quite a while, just because the licensing ran out. So I bought this for $15 off of Craigslist. And then at one point it was going for like 40-50 bucks used, but now I think they figured some stuff out. I know it's at least on EA Play, so it's probably come down quite a bit. But I love golf, so I picked it up on a whim, and I've enjoyed the time I've had with it. Okay, then we got Mother Gunship, just kind of a crazy gun game. It was on a one-day sale at Best Buy, and so I grabbed it for $6.43. And then we got Anthem. Played the beta. I had fun with it, but got kicked a lot, and I heard that continued at least with release. And from my understanding, it did get a lot better, but then unfortunately they pulled the plug. But anyways, this was on sale for $5 at Best Buy, and so I kind of figured, why not? Okay, then we got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. This is pretty cool. Just an open world sandbox game where you can go and take on all sorts of missions. So I grabbed this one for $14.33. We got the Trine Ultimate Collection. So you got Trine 1 through 4 and the soundtrack. But yeah, this is a fun puzzle game, and the main thing is that it's co-op, so you can play with your friends or random strangers online. But I grabbed this one for $0. It was a buy two, get one free deal at GameStop. Then we got Titanfall, the original. This was online only. There was no campaign, but the online was definitely fun. So I grabbed this on Black Friday, actually, for $11 back in the day. Then we got Far Cry 5, just as crazy as all the other Far Cries, and definitely a very beautiful game. This was on a day one deal for $17.01, but I had a gift card that was given to me, and so I used that. So it didn't cost me anything. Then we got Bendy and the Ink Machine, which originally was digital only, kind of surprised people. And then GameStop came along and did a physical print, and people immediately bought it and resold it for 2-3 times what it was going for. But as is usually the case, not always. There was a restock, and so I was able to grab it for $19.99 plus tax. So that was $20.65. But yeah, cool stylistic game. And the same can be said for We Happy Few, which I definitely had interest in because it was developed by some people that worked on the BioShock series, which I'm a diehard fan of. But yeah, this is definitely a very interesting game. I grabbed this on a Black Friday deal for $8.02. Then we got SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. So, a remaster of the classic platformer. I picked this one up day one with a coupon. I got it for $10.71. But yeah. Then we got Darksiders Genesis. So this isn't like the other Darksiders games. This plays more like Diablo. So you can have up to 4 people, I believe, and go blow up some demons. So I grabbed this one for $16. All right, then we got South Park: The Fractured Butthole. So I loved Stick of Truth. That was an awesome game and was just like playing a South Park episode. And the same can be said for this. I picked this one up day one, actually. And I got it for $42.86. A different battle system, but still a great game. Alright, then we got One Piece World Seeker. So, I love me some anime. And a lot of anime games are fighters because, you know, it makes sense with the animes that they are based on. But this one I liked just because it was an open world and you could go explore, do all sorts of quests, and like the graphic style was spot on. And so yeah, I definitely had my eye on this one. So I grabbed this one for $13.92. Okay, then we got Call of Cthulhu. So I'm not quite sure if this is like a reimagining, a remake of the original one that they had put out on Xbox back in the day. But it's more of like a mystery game, and then there is some combat, but just very atmospheric. And so I grabbed this one for $10.70. Okay, then we got The Sinking City. So this one's by a smaller studio, so it's a little rough around the edges, but it's still it's really cool, and like cool locations, and you like go and solve these different crimes and just go all over the place. So anyways, this one was actually on like a weekly sale at GameStop, and so I got it brand new for $10.66. Okay, Final Fantasy 15. I actually bought this week of release for the PS4, but then they were saying, hey, this plays really well on the One X, and so someone was selling it locally for $5, and so I kind of was like, yeah, what the heck, why not? So yeah, $5 later, I have 2 copies now. All right, then we got Metro Exodus, a very beautiful game. I love the environment and the location and just like all the detail that they put into the Metro games. So yeah, I grabbed this one for $36, and it was within like a month of release. Like this guy was just trying to get rid of it after he played it. Right, Crackdown 3 wasn't the follow-up to Crackdown 1 and 2 that everyone was hoping for, but I've had a few people say they really liked it. So it was on clearance for $6. I had a coupon, so I got it for $1.04 at GameStop. So I wasn't too hesitant about that. Okay, Forza Motorsport 5. Beautiful games, a lot of them. I grabbed this one for $5 off Facebook Marketplace. Oh boy. Marble Avengers. So I do want to say I think this is actually a pretty solid game. Like I feel like all the Avengers play differently enough, and I enjoyed it. And I haven't finished it yet, I'll admit, because I started playing it, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna come out with a next gen patch," and that got delayed a few times, but it's finally out, so I should probably get back to it. But yeah, if you can look past all the microtransactions and all that stuff, I think it's a solid game. I grabbed this one for $51.47. Killer Instinct Definitive Edition. So you got season 1, 2, and 3, and the friggin' sweet killer soundtrack. Let's see, I grabbed this one for $15.62. Okay, Rage 2. I really enjoyed the first one. I picked that one up day one, played it, loved it, and so I was super excited when they announced the sequel, and I was just as surprised as everybody else. And I've played about 5-6 hours, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Like it just wasn't grabbing me. But I know that there's plenty of people out there that they're like, hey, it's good, so maybe I need to keep going. But let's see, I grabbed this one, $45.78. All right, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. So a kind of upgrade to the Xbox 360 game. I grabbed this one at Target actually for $6.50. Then we got Middle Earth Shadow of War. So follow up to Shadow of Mordor. So this is a cool story. I like the way that they used a few characters from the Middle Earth universe. And I thought it was a pretty solid game. I like the new locations you got to go to. So I picked this one up day one. And I paid $42.86. Alright, Call of Duty World War II. So after Infinite Warfare didn't go over so well with the masses, they're like, hey, we're going to go back to our roots. I always get the Call of Duty games for the campaign. I don't have much interest in online. And the campaign on this one was solid. I really enjoyed it. And thought it was a cool story. And really gives you some insight. Got this one for $42.11. Then we have Star Wars Battlefront. A remake. Well, no, it's not even a remake. It's just, it's a new Battlefront. And yeah, pretty cool. I really like the photorealistic graphics, and I love Star Wars. So I grabbed this for $5 in a thrift shop. Because I had already bought it digitally on PS4. So I was glad to get it physically. And then I got Battlefront 2, which has a very checkered past, that's for sure. But they finally worked it out for the most part. And then the nice thing is this one actually had a campaign. But I grabbed this one for $34.02. Alright, and then continuing with Star Wars, we got Jedi Fallen Order, which I think surprised a lot of people with how good it was. I think the best part for me with this game was just the lightsabers. Like, it felt like you were actually having an actual duel and fighting just with all the different techniques you could use. And the story was cool. The ending was cool. I had a good time with this game for sure. So I grabbed this one for $50.69. All right, now finishing us off for part one is a very solid game, Doom Eternal. So in my PS4 video, I talk about my history with Doom 2016, which came out, and everyone's raving all about it, and so I wanted it, but I was like, I don't know if I'm really going to play it, so I held off, and then about 2 months later, it goes on sale for $40, and then with my discount, I got it for $34, And I started it, and it was pretty sweet. And then I don't know why I got sidetracked and just like never played it. Well, then Doom Eternal was coming out, and my Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked was expiring. So any game that I had any interest in pre-ordering to still get that 20% discount, I just pre-ordered it, including this one. And so this was coming out, and I'm like, I should probably play Doom 2016. I own it, uh, but if I'm gonna play, this new game that I'm gonna be paying, $50 for, so I finally played it, and I was actually pretty mad at myself for not have played it earlier, because Doom 2016 is incredible, and the story is awesome, and the graphics are mind blowing, and the action is just like nonstop. So, anyways, finally played that, picked this up, played it, and yeah, this one takes everything just to the next level. That's for sure. So yeah, like I said, grab this one day one. $51.23. So yeah, that's gonna finish part one. Part two will be coming very soon. And yeah, Xbox One. Tell me, what are your memories? What are your favorite games? But yeah, thanks for sticking around, and as always, have a good one.